gosh, Lily, do you know what day it is?
What?
It's the 14th of March, or should I say 3.14, because it's Pi Day.
Oh, right. What is Pi Day?
It's a national holiday where math meets dessert in the best way.
Well, Lily, I think I'm more excited about the dessert side of this holiday. I love pie.
I just realized, if both of our names are Lily, I guess you could call us Lily Squared.
That's true, and perfect for Pi Day.
As Lily Squared, we're going to be the best team to anchor this week's show.
That's right. I'm Lily.
And I'm also Lily. And welcome to Show 23,
celebrating Pi Day. If you're a junior and passionate about serving our community, you should consider applying for SMW, Seniors of Merit at Work. They will be holding a mandatory informational meeting on Monday, March 31st at 7 p.m. in the PAC. If you can't attend, contact an SMW advisor before the meeting using either of these emails.
Can you believe that yesterday marked the 5th anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic? I was only in 5th grade when it happened. I missed my elementary school graduation and spent my birthday without all my friends. I'm still upset about it to this day. So here's Grace with insight into COVID's impact on students and our society over the last 5 years.
Today we are taking a look back on the global crisis that impacted the world, COVID-19. It has been 5 years since this pandemic swept across the nation and impacted millions of lives.
In March 2020, lockdowns began. Hospitals filled and the world as we knew it came to a halt. From travel bans to remote work, every aspect of daily life was upended. Governments scrambled to respond, scientists raced for a vaccine, and frontline workers put their lives on the line.
The hardest moments were the exhaustion and burnout to continue working understaffed without adequate supplies. It was definitely a scary time working under high stress levels due to all the uncertainty.
I think is challenging, to think about is the deaths of so many people, particularly people that are elderly or, don't have very strong immune systems.
Despite hardships, communities came together. We saw an outpouring of support for essential workers, neighbors helping neighbors, and a global effort to distribute vaccines.
The LAFD and LAPD paraded emergency vehicles that passed nurses, doctors, hospital employees with their sirens and lights. It was showing support and solidarity for our efforts to protect the community.
As we're cutting these workers, these government employees that maybe have prior knowledge, they know how to respond to certain sort of events. If we lose them, there's a fear that if there's another emerging situation, the government won't be able to step in and sort of address that immediate issue.
Now, 5 years later, what have we learned? Many workplaces have permanently embraced remote or hybrid models. Telehealth has grown, and preparedness for future pandemics remains a priority.
As we mark this anniversary, we remember those we lost and remember the resilience of those who endured. This has been Grace McCloskey. Now back to the anchors in the studio.
If you're a fan of game shows and science, then consider attending the Slap Bowl tournament on March 21st from 3:45 to 5:45 p.m. in the Science Building. The event is open to all AUSD middle and high school students. It's a fun opportunity to win prizes and see what Science Bowl is all about. Registration is open at this link and will close on March 16th at 11:59 p.m. If you think you have chemistry with this event, contact Science Bowl at the email below for any concerns.
Pie isn't just a number, it's also a delicious dessert. Today, Dina's here to show us how to make pie using a few simple ingredients from the supermarket. Get ready for a fun, easy, and tasty way to enjoy this classic treat.
My name is Tadros, and today we're going to be learning how to make apple pie. Okay, let's start off with the dough, and we're going to start with our water and apple cider vinegar mixture. Now we're going to mix our flour and butter together. Now we have to add our water and vinegar mixture. Now we're going to take our dough, split it in half, and put on 2 separate plates. We're going to take plastic wrap, put it over the plates, and we're going to put it in the fridge for an hour. Now you're going to have to wash and peel your potatoes and cut them and make sure that the core is gone. Now that we're done peeling it, let's cut it. Now that we've cut about 6-7 apples, let's cut them into cubes. In a small bowl, we're going to mix all our ingredients together. Now we're going to put the apples into a bowl as well as the mixture. Now that the dough is done, we're going to put some flour on our cutting board and then lay the dough on top of it. We're going to put some flour on top as well. Now we're going to put the filling inside the pie crust and lay the dough over it. Now that the pie crust is covered, we can make any design we want on top. Now we put it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20-25 minutes. It looks absolutely delicious. This pie is actually so good. I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. I think you guys should make this pie in honor of Pie Day.
Arcadia EPI is hosting a women's panel on March 19th in the lecture hall from 3 to 4 p.m. to share what it's like working in male-dominated fields. There will be guests who specialize in molecular biology, education, entrepreneurship, and medicine. Tune into the women's panel to learn about being a minority in the workforce.
The long-awaited Arcadia Stages production of 9 to 5 the musical is finally here. After months of hard work and anticipation, the cast and crew are ready to bring this show to life. Bettina takes us behind the scenes to give us a look at how this production came together.
Thanks, anchors. The wait for the musical 9 to 5 is finally over. The opening night was a huge success, and now they are back with more performances today and tomorrow. Here's a glimpse of the effort that's making this production come alive.
The audition process for 9 to 5 started in late November, right after Treasure Island. During the audition weeks, the cast members audition for roles by reviewing the script, dances, and songs associated with their characters. After, a musical director is brought in to help the cast learn all the songs for the show.
It's just so special because you get to be taught everything about the history of women, and because when we do every play we do, every musical we do dramaturgies, which is where we learn about the play, and we've learned so many things about 9 to 5.
I hope people learn, 9 to 5 is about women's empowerment, so I really want the people that watch the show, especially the women, to know that they can make a difference in their workspace.
The choreographer worked with the cast to perfect the dance numbers, working through different blockings
To a theater production until you really see it.
I know, I got to see it opening night, and it was so cool. All that hard work definitely paid off.
I heard the music and lyrics are by Dolly Parton.
I love Dolly Parton. My personal favorite is her song Jolene. It's a classic.
Fun fact, my parents actually named me after that Dolly Parton song. My middle name is Jolene.
What? That's so cool. You literally need to see 9 to 5. It's your calling.
I don't know.
Thankfully, we have a special sneak peek of Arcadia Stage's 9 to 5 performance that Arcadia middle schoolers got to witness this Wednesday. Maybe that will convince you to go.
I'm excited.
Relax. I've been at Consolidated for 15 years. You'll get it. You've got the very best training you.
Really? Who?
Me. You gotta know what to do, you gotta do it in a hurry. Gotta hustle, gotta bustle, gotta scoot, you gotta scurry. Cause we got no time to fool around here. Around here, you gotta get it right on the first try, honey. Cause each mistake means they're losing lots of money. And we got no time to waste a dime around here. There's your adding machine and the carbon paper. There's your intercom, there's the phone, and there's the stapler. Got your shredder, got your letters, gonna type, you gotta write. Is that clear? Is that clear? Got your 3-hole punch and a noon take lunch. Keep it running, keep it coming, gotta pump, you gotta hump. Cause we got no time to fool around here. Follow me. You gotta know what to do, you gotta do it in a hurry. Gotta hustle, gotta bustle, gotta scoot, you gotta scurry. Cause we got no time to fool around here. Around here, punch in when you enter, punch out when you leave. Do exactly as you're told, no excuses please. No, we don't play or make mistakes around. Violet! Oh, Violet! Judy, this is Ross Keith, Mr. Hart's administrative assistant. It's Judy's first day.
Oh, well, welcome to our happy little family. Violet, I've been meaning to talk to you about Mr. Hart's rules regarding office decor. See, no personal items on the desk. We mustn't look cluttered or sloppy. An office that looks efficient is efficient. As Mr. Hart always says, oh, what a man.
What a man.
Oh, well, I've typed up a memo, and you can post it on the bulletin board.
Thanks, Ross. I know just where to stick it. Your old Roz is Mr. Hart's administrative eyes, ears, nose, and throat. You ever want to gossip in the ladies' room? Be sure to check under the stall for feet first. You gotta know who to trust, better know it in a hurry. hurry. No time for such a thing as your personal worries. Gotta grow, you gotta show, gotta keep it in tow around here. Let's recap.
Around here, know who to trust and know it in a hurry. Around here, no time for any personal worries.
Around here, no laughing, no jokes, and mind the dress code. Is that clear? Around here, no chats, no snacks, no clutter on the desk. Around here, no breaks or personal effects. It's all about the job and getting it done around here. All about the job and getting it done. You gotta know what to do, you gotta do it in a hurry. Gotta hustle, gotta bustle, gotta switch, you gotta scurry. You got no time to fool around here. Around here, do what you gotta do. No time to dilly-dally, no time to bend the rules. We're the ones who keep the tally. We got no time to fool around here. Around here, got no time at all to fool around here. Around here, get it? Got it? Good.
Wow, what a great performance. The message was very empowering.
And that was only one song. Imagine how empowered you'll feel once you watch the whole play.
I can still see it tonight or Saturday, right?
Yes, you can still buy tickets at arcadiastage.com.
I'm so impressed by our theater performers. It really takes a lot of effort to perform an entire musical.
What about you, Amel? Have you seen the 9 to 5 musical yet?
Yes, and I love.
What was your favorite part?
I think I have to agree with you, Lily. Their performance was top notch.
Which Lily?
Anyways, 9 to 5 was as good as our Apache athletes this week. Although this week has been very rainy and many games were canceled due to the weather, our teams that still played definitely showed out. Boys baseball beat the rain and dominated in a game against Pasadena High School to start the week. Kiana has more details.
Thanks, Amel. Our boys Apaches played against Pasadena with lots to talk about.
In the top of the first inning, our starting pitcher for the Apaches was Damian Cantaño, giving the Apaches a strong start by striking out 2 batters and getting the third out by a ground out to second. In the bottom of the second, Tyreek Reese did a sacrifice bunt, bringing in a run to start us off, and Aaron P. kept it going by hitting a shot up the middle, bringing in 2 more runs, starting a rally in the lineup. Damian ended up having 6 strikeouts against Pasadena, and in the last 2 innings, freshman Owen Edwards made his first high school appearance on the mound, getting 4 strikeouts against Pasadena. Our Apaches dominated this game and ended up winning with a score of 9-0.
Great game to our Apaches. Good luck in the rest of your season, and remember, no Apaches down. This has been Kiana Gomez, and now back to Amel in the studio.
Thanks, Kiana. That was a big win by the Apaches. On Tuesday, boys volleyball played a home game against Glendale. If you missed the stream, Aidan is here for a recap on how the team performed.
This Tuesday, boys volleyball played Glendale in an intense and close match. Let's see what happened.
Going into the game, the Apaches were 10-0 overall, but looked to win their first league game. They started off pretty slow, losing the first 2 sets before really turning the game around. The next 2 sets, while being close, were both Apache wins, with team captain Thomas Shee leading the way and the whole team playing great defense. The Apaches cleaned up their careless mistakes, and in the final 3 sets seemed to figure out the Glendale game plan. In the final set, it was all Apaches, sending the 3-2 win, getting the Apaches their first league game win, and keeping their undefeated streak alive.
The next game is Wednesday at Burbank at 5:15 p.m. Go out to support your Apaches. This has been Aidan. Now back to the anchors.
Now let's get into the scores of the week. On Monday, boys golf also beat the rain, playing a non-league match against San Marino, but unfortunately lost with a score of 257 to 221. On Tuesday, boys golf took to the green again in a match against 5 teams in the Pacific League, including Burbank, Burroughs, Crescenta Valley, Pasadena, and Glendale. Our Apaches placed 5th with an overall score of 195. The rain didn't faze our AHS swimmers as they took on Burroughs in their meet this Wednesday. The boys team took the win with a combined score of 130 to 34, and the girls also beat Burroughs with a combined score of 119 to 48. On Thursday, boys volleyball had an away game against Pasadena. They owned the court and won all 3 sets played. Today, track and field has a meet against Thousand Oaks, and baseball is playing against Pasadena High. They are both away games, but make sure to support them in their future home games and meets. This has been Amel. Now back to Lily and Lily.
Oh my gosh, sorry about that. We were just eating our leftover pie from lunch. Thanks, Mel, for the recap of this week's sports.
Oh, right, sorry. Let's hurry up and finish this show. I gotta eat this pie and a math test to study for. All this number talk just reminded me of it.
Okay, but wait. Very important and serious question. What kind of pie are you eating?
Apple pie. Tina's pie looked really good, and I decided to get some pie of my own.
Apple pie is pretty good, but I'm eating blueberry pie. It's actually my first time trying it, and I've been pleasantly surprised.
Enough of our pie tasting. It's time to wrap up this pie day.
I don't want it to end, and here I thought pie was infinite.
Yeah, well, this pie isn't.
Remember to follow all our socials down below for more content.
This has been Lily.
Squared. And thank you for tuning in to Show 23.
Happy Pie Day. Bye.